Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Throwback Thursday. Well, it's been a minute, but I decided I was going to go back and play some Space Hulk. Some first edition Space Hulk for Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday, there's a lot of project work that goes into like bringing a new or like restoring or like upending a game that is, you know, in pieces or scattered about. You have to like find all the right parts and stuff. And I really want to get back to doing like more of those. But right this minute, I have a whole bunch of other projects on the go, not related to the studio, but not related to painting miniatures. So what I decided to do was go and look and see if there was anything I hadn't done for first edition Space Hulk. And I discovered there's an entire Necromunda campaign, which sounds weird, but it's basically a reenactment of the Genestealer cult uprising in Necromunda and the Space Marines that are sent to stop it. So what's cool about this is there's a bunch of set piece battles you play in order. You can play them either solo or cooperatively. I want to play it solo. And you have a limited resource pool of Terminators, of Space Marines. Like you basically have the company that gets sent down. And as you assign them to missions, you get like carte blanche for who you pick and choose. But it's very XCOM-y. And I mean, this is from White Dwarf 138. So this is like the late 80s, early 90s. I think this is probably 91. That you have like a sort of like procedurally generated, well, not procedurally generated, an XCOM style. You assign and make choices and have to manage this like cadre of heroes sort of mission structure. So we're gonna play through this. I'll show you sort of like the asset pool I have available to myself, and we'll run through the first mission, which is appropriately called First Blood, and try and blow up some elevators and keep some Genestealer cult reinforcements from showing up. So we'll show you the table, we'll show you the mission, and we'll get this underway. I'm ready to set up and play the first mission of Necromunda, the Dean Bass Space Hulk campaign. Now, the way this campaign works is we are trying to basically stop the cult invasion on Necromunda. We're descending into the Underhive, so that's what the quarters will be representing this time around, to try and basically stop them from spreading the Genestealer plague to the larger hive in general. Now, the campaign rules split the campaign into two sections. Commander Derek of the Ultramarines, so I love it's actually Ultramarines, rearranges his troops into special squads for each of the tasks ahead. With the first 4 missions involving the first wave of troops sent in, the infestation can be limited to just the part of Nautilus Spire and the Genestealer base found, then the Spire could be saved, otherwise we have to blow up the entire Spire. So here's Captain Derek of the Ultramarines. Conveniently, this campaign features Ultramarines and all of my Space Hulk stuff is painted as Ultramarines, so it made me really happy. And then at the end of the first 4 missions, the Space Marine player divides the second wave into 2 forces, and one is trying to stop the reinforcements, and the other one's trying to kill the Patriarch once we identify where he is. So we have access to the first wave. A captain, Captain Derek, 2 sergeants with Stormbolters and Power Swords, 4 with Stormbolters and Power Gloves. Now, sergeants are important because we need to have them to form squads. So every squad has to start with either the captain or a sergeant to lead. Then we've got 3 flamers, 4 assault cannons, 3 lightning claws, 2 thunderhammer storm shields, 2 stormbolters and chain fists, 7 with stormbolters and power gloves, a chief librarian, and then 3 epistolaries, 2 codisteers, and a lexicanium, which is the different levels, right? So we are actually going to be using the Genestealer Psychic Combat rules, which means a trump suit, and then I will explain as we go how these work. But basically, you get to draw, for the Space Marine player, 2 plus your levels, right, for powers, and then the Genestealer cultists, who will mostly be hybrids in these missions, will all count as having, basically they always count as level 4. No matter how many are on the table, you get 4 cards to play against them. When you're playing solo, we'll deal them face up, and at the first opportunity, they'll play them if they can. Well, I get 2 squads, but I get to pick from that single pool, and if anyone dies, they are removed from the roster. There's permadeath in this game. It's very XCOM-y in this way. There's no cloning. So First Blood, the first objective of the Space Marines is to isolate the Nautilus Spire and ensure that the Genestealers can't escape into the main part of Acropolis Hive. From the reports of the Necromundan forces, the Space Marines worked out that most of the pure-strain and psychic hybrid Genestealers were confined to a small area in the upper part of Nautilus Spire, presumably defending their Patriarch. Squads of Space Marines in power armor, supported by Necromundan troops, were ordered to move through the lower levels of the Spire and eradicate the rebels there. These are mostly just human brood brothers, fanatical supporters of the Genestealer Rebellion, but not themselves polluted by the mutating infection. In the upper parts of the Spire, a smaller force of Terminators were concentrated. Their task was to exterminate the pure strain hybrid Genestealers and kill the Patriarch. If possible, without a leader, the revolution would soon die out. The first task was to seal off the upper levels to prevent the Genestealers breaking into the Acropolis and to stop any potential reinforcements. One squad was detailed to destroy the lifts that form a vital link to the main body of the Spire. So objectives, the Space Marine player is trying to kill all the Genestealers guarding the lifts and destroy them. The Genestealer player is trying to keep the possible escape routes open. So the forces, the Space Marine may choose any one squad from the first wave, so to build a single squad. The Sergeant, I'm gonna use a Sergeant with a power sword, and then I want to blow up the elevators. Once the door to it's either open or destroyed, we blow it up just like you would blow up a door. And there's 2 lifts over here. There were specialty things, but because I don't have an actual copy of this, I didn't have a chance to print them off and tile them, but I figured that the drop zones would work. They're basically 4 square areas. Effectively trying to destroy doors, I brought lots of door destroying stuff and lots of delaying stuff. So an assault cannon and a chain fist, both to blow up doors, a sergeant with a power sword, a lexicanium, whatever the second level one is, or is it a pistol? No, it's a pistolary, with a force axe, and then a heavy flamer to buy some time. Genestealer player has 10 blips in play at the start of the game, but doesn't get any reinforcements unless we don't destroy both the lifts by turn 7. There's a 4th level Psyker, a 4th level Psyker with a Lasgun, Chainsword, Autocannon, a non-Psyker with a Bolter, non-Psyker with a Bolt Pistol, non-Psyker with a Las Pistol, Plasma Pistol, Missile Launcher, and Conversion Beamer. Solo, I'm not going to know where any of these are. They are all guarding, so we're going to put one in each room to start off with. And the 2 remaining ones, I'm going to put in corridors outside and near the lift. The thing you have to do is determine what the trump suit is going to be, and it's going to be Kinesis. So for this mission, the Kinesis will basically count this suit as always being trump for the purposes of using force and having duels and stuff like that, trying to stop psychic powers. The Kinesis powers cost 0 AP to use, which is huge. Active model, then they cost 1 AP, they cost 2 AP, reduced from your final sort of like pile otherwise. Now the initial Space Marine deployment is going to be slightly different. They do not start on the table, they actually blast their way into this complex from the ceiling, meaning I place pitfall counters. Anything in line of sight of the pitfall counter converts, and then the Space Marine player can actually shoot through the hole and then finally jump down. Now when you jump into a pitfall, on a 5-6 you land on your feet, but on a 1-4 you land prone, have to spend 2 AP to stand up. Kind of risky business otherwise, to jump through a pitfall. Which means you don't necessarily want to jump in between all these blips. It's 6-turn countdown, basically, before reinforcements start showing up. Now the reinforcements start showing up in the lift in the form of pure strain blips. Every turn, this will go and follow the track, and a different suit will be the trump suit. The difference in like librarian levels is how many AP typically it'll cast to cost things. So because I have different level psychers here, and all of the Genestealer ones are 4th level because they're very powerful psychers. They will have it cost 0 to cast the trump and 1 to cast a normal one. It'll be 2 to cast if they're inactive. Now, my pistolary, it costs him 2 to cast anything if it's normal and 1 to cast the trump suit, and then +1 if he's inactive. So he's not quite as powerful a psyker as the Genestealers are, but he's the best we can muster. So first things first, we're going to draw 3 cards. For the Space Marine player, we get 2 Hellfire cards and an Aura. So we have Lightning Arc, Hellfire, and then Aura. So Lightning Arc inflicts 6 hits on up to 6 different models or features. The Psyker has a free choice of which targets. If a Psyker survives by using a Force or Aura card, the effect is halted, the remaining hits are lost. Now the Aura card is just nullifies a hit. The Hellfire one is each model in a feature in the section takes a hit as a roaring ballistic energy goes off. It's basically a heavy flamer hit. This one has trump on, this one can be used to dispel Kinesis powers. This one can be used to dispel temporal powers, and the Aura doesn't do anything to dispel. Now the Genestealer player will also draw their initial 4, and they will have control, burst of speed, Aura, so they can cancel a hit. And then also a surprise one, because I can't do this with my stupid left hand. Come on, stupid left hand. Come on, stupid left hand. Clearly these have been compressed together. It's switch, which will open or close the door. Numbers on here can also be used to add to your close assault factors. If you want to fight in a melee, you can add that to your roll. So it's the Marine player's turn. We gotta randomly generate some CPs here. We got 6 on turn 1. That's a good sign. We need to decide where we're gonna show up. So first things first, we're trying to blow up these lifts as fast as we can. I think we want to arrive somewhere relatively safe. So we're going to blow a door here. And that's going to automatically convert this blip, which is F. Blowing a door with the chain fist. It's a non-psyker with a bolt pistol. It's just a random jabroni. He's just hanging out in here. And then we can drop in. And if we drop in, we'll be in melee. So I guess we drop in, yeah. Do we land on our feet? For 1 AP we drop. We don't, we can grow on the ground. So 2-3 to stand up. 4 to fire a Stormbolter. On a 6, we kill a hybrid. Nope. DP now on a 5, we kill hybrid. We do. So we're gonna blast that hybrid. I think we make a move, and we're gonna move and fire at that door. 6s to kill it. We do. We blow up the door. We're gonna move 2. We're gonna move 3. We're gonna move 4. And then we're going to spend 1, and we're going to blow up this lift, which is destroyed. We've done it. May never show up again, but we've done it. Now the problem is we can afford to do that once because we got 6 CPs. The rest of these guys are going to kind of have to take the door a little more slowly, I think. So we're going to drop another one here. We don't convert anything. Let's just see if he shows up. So we're going to drop down, I think. This is a terrible idea, Ash. I don't know why you did this. We're gonna drop down heavy flamer guy. Now let's see if he lands on his feet. So it's 1 to drop. Nope, 2. So he fell on his back, and then that means 3, 4 to stand up, 3 to stand up, and then 4 will get out of the way. I'm gonna drop the Sarge in the same hole, and we're gonna see if he lands okay on a 5. Nope. So 6, 7, he stands up. 1. So there's 1, 2, 3 to stand up, 4 to move. Somebody has to get this right. We need you to live. So you're just gonna drop in. Let's see if you land okay. You don't. So you stand up and then just stand there. The librarian's gonna drop over here, and we're gonna hope for the best. So he's gonna drop. Does he arrive okay? He does. So that was what we wanted. So he's gonna drop right there, and then he is going to, I think, go on Overwatch. He'll pivot. He didn't really need to do that. It was 1 to jump, 2 to pivot, 3, 4 to go on over. And he's done. 1 CP left. This isn't going to be great. We'll see what happens. Stealer turn. Going towards the closest. So starting with the one that's furthest away, because it's the fast way of doing this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a blip. It still has 6 AP, so 5, 6. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 to open the door, 4. And I guess it'll automatically convert. If it converts, it'll be done, so it'll just stay there. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Actually, sorry, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it would be done, so it won't. It'll lurk. 1, 2. What is it? H. Non-psyker with a plasma pistol. So he arrives just in time. That means he's gonna fire his plasma pistol into my sergeant. Pistols are gonna kill a Marine on a 4. I'll have to recharge afterwards. So on a 4+, my poor sergeant just gets aced. Nah, he's okay. It'll be 1 more to move forward because he can't fire again because it has to reload. And this little guy, he's gonna go 1, 2. It's gonna reveal him to be A. An unarmed 4th level psyker. It's basically a magus. That will trigger Overwatch from the librarian on a 6. Actually, I think it's on a 5. Nope. 1. Now he's going to use the psych power. He's gonna end up using, I think, control. So he's use 1, 2. He'll use it's his active model, not the trump though. So it's gonna be 1 to use it. 3. He could try and break it with a dispel. Doesn't have anything that will actually do it. So he's gonna get controlled, which means he'll get turned to the side so that he can't see him anymore. Control is now spent. He can move safely forward for 4. This flip will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's it. Turn 1's complete. So we're into, I guess we could use a CP during their turn to take a step and fire the Stormbolter at him. 6 to move and fire. Kill him. Why not? And that will convert this guy into B. Let's level the last gun. That's our CPs to 0, and we're into turn 2. All right, let's see if we can do this. What do we got here for CPs this round? I choose you. It's 5 this turn. Things looking pretty good. Easy stuff first. I just need you to live. So 1, 2, set Overwatch. My brain's gonna go. He's going to use the Hellfire power. It's gonna cost him 2 because he's the active model. He's gonna drop it right here. Bam. Action, ranges, line of sight, and target is 12. Now it is a power. Oh, sorry, and this is temporal is now the trump. Is a power. There's no dispels over here, so they won't be able to use it because they don't refill their hand until the start of the Genestealer phase. Plus that blip's destroyed. Sure is. And it was G. It was a non-psyker with a las pistol, so it get blowed up. So that was 2 to cast, 3 to turn, and then 4 to fire, I guess. Or it could be move and fire, so take a shot at that hybrid. Misses. And then takes a step. So move and fire on a 6. No, it's a 4 to kill a to kill a hybrid, not Genestealer. So he'll activate Aura. If the kill is a result of a psychic attack, any other psychic effects are still in place. I'm all on Overwatch who saved by Aura does not lose Overwatch, so he'll drop his Aura, which means that he blocks that hit. Keep it simple. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to be a CP for 4, 5, and we'll drop a template into this room because we can see his feet. 2+ to kill. Sure does. Sarge, you're gonna go 1 and take a shot on a 4. Nope. You're gonna go 2 and take a shot. You kill. So he gets blasted. For this guy, which is Jay, he's just a dude with a conversion beamer. that's not great. Step 3 and blast that guy on a 4+. Nope. And then you can step 4 and blast that guy on a 4+. You kill him. We've basically secured this side now, which means we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, we're gonna take some shots moving and firing with the assault cannon into that door. We don't. Jam at least. We have 9 shots remaining. Everyone done. So we're gonna go, I guess, 1 more to turn. And take a shot. Nope. And then 5, and then take a shot. So we're down to 2. And we blow up the door. Takes us down to 6. And then I think we just start setting overwatches with our CPs. Yeah. We'll set an overwatch for 2 CPs on the Sarge and be done. So the Genestealer player gets to draw 2 cards. He's gonna get Smite. And another smite. I'm gonna lose somebody in this mission, but that's okay. So he will convert, because I can't see around this corner just right. So he's gonna go 1, convert, and be C. With a chainsword. So that's 1, 2. Sorry, that will actually reveal now into an, no, he still can't see. So 2 will actually give him the Overwatch shot. On 4s. Nope. And 3 to turn, which will trigger another Overwatch shot on 4s. Got some. He would have used Smite, but he's on a sight for it, so he had to turn before he did it. He's now dead. And that means it's going to be 1, 2, open the door, 3, and then we'll convert for free. It's D. 4th level Psyker with an autocannon. He's going to go Burst of Speed, which will end his activation, but then he remains active and gets to spend his AP all over again. He's going to go, I guess he'll reveal like that, and then go 1, 2, so you can see this guy. You're Overwatch, but he might live. No, he's just dead. He's not screwing around. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, because he'll stay there and not get Overwatched. 1, 2, 3. And that's it for blips. Top of 3. CP range. What do we got? I think this is going to be the turn the game ends. Just 1 this turn. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then blast this elevator. All cannons will burst the door on a 5. And we could do 1 on the move and fire, and then we'll have 1 AP left for 1. So on the move and fire, nothing. He's got 5 shots left. On the last AP, he blows it up. So this one's also destroyed. And now it's just hunt down the rest of the blips, and no reinforcements are going to show up. We'll go, oh, so we need to draw a new psychic power too, and also psionic is now the trump. So we have an aura. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's all done. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's taking 2 more shots. He's got 4 shots left with this assault cannon. This little guy, he's pretty happy where he is, so he's just gonna set Overwatch again. Convert, which is E, which is a non-psyker with a bolter, just a dude. He'll convert facing like this. He'll go 1, 2. Here's that Overwatch. What kind of Overwatch do we get? On a 4, we kill him. And this guy goes, and I guess moves 1 and converts. It's I, which is a missile launcher. Converted with 1, and he's gonna go 2, 3. and get blown up by this guy's Overwatch. The lone operative, killing them all. So we did it. We blew up both of these elevators. This guy just dropping it and doing it all by himself. And then the assault cannon finishing off the other one, being able to blow up, counting as a door. So yeah, this was a successful mission for the Ultramarines. We lost nobody. We killed all of the whatchamacallits, the hybrids before they even got to sound the alarm and send in reinforcements. So there we go, mission 1 complete with a near total victory for the Space Marines. But it's about to get crazy. Mission 2 is called No Way Out, and it basically reimagines the counteroffensive after these lifts are destroyed, where 2 squads of Space Marines from my survivors, of which I have everyone right now, have to last 15 turns against the entire blip set. So the whole blip set shows up. The Genestealer player gets to like come through the roofs. It's very much a reimagining of the command center scene from Aliens. So we'll be back with that one in 2 weeks. Big thanks for watching. Next time, I'm Ash. Have a look at me. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continuing to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.